You've probably noticed that every single social media platform is now showing you video in exactly the same way. They'll tell you it's because people enjoy it more and they want everyone to have a great time, but it's not quite as simple as that. To figure out what's really going on here, we have to look at the biggest clue, the biggest change, and it's in the numbers that we talk about every day. You see, something has shifted, and most people haven't really noticed. Do you remember something that people used to say? They used to say, likes on social media don't mean anything. They're so easily obtained, they're worthless metrics, likes mean nothing. So let's examine the social media liker case. If somebody sees something that you cared enough about to create, then their human brain processes it, decides it's worthy of positive feedback, and then boom, double tap, like the post. Regardless of how easy it is for you to like something, the decision to do so was made by you. So if likes don't mean anything, how do we measure the success of something now? What's the new vanity metric? Everyone's talking about views. So how do you obtain a view? It's simple. You just have your video show up in front of someone for around a second. They don't choose to see it. They don't even have to enjoy it. It just has to appear on their phone for an instant, then they can move on. However, if they only see it for a moment and move on, it won't get loads of views. And we humans, we want loads of views, right? That will make us happy. That will make us feel good. In order to get loads of views, you have to keep them there for a longer amount of time. And that's the key. You are rewarded for what we call in the business high retention. To a creator, high retention means keeping them on your content for a long time. But to a platform, high retention means keeping them in the app for a long time. In the old days, in order to get more likes, you'd have to connect with lots of people in some way on a personal level. But with views, it's totally different. In order to get more views, you have to stop them looking away at all costs. And those are two very different types of content which have a very different impact on the viewer. Not only that, but this new type of content is so easy to make that basically anybody can make it, which is a good thing, I suppose. You end up with a global army hell-bent on keeping you in the app for as long as possible. This type of content doesn't even need to be good because the video isn't what holds you in the app. It's the promise of what's next. If you don't like it, you just scroll until you do like it. But we all know this, so what's the problem? The trouble is, as we know, these platforms make their money through selling ads. And they don't need you to feel good or inspired to show you an ad. They just need to stop you looking away. And how do they stop you looking away? Well, that's not actually their problem anymore. They figured it out. They struck gold because they gave every single creator a retention graph like this. This graph lets the creator know exactly where they need to work hard or where they need to keep their viewers in the app. A graph like this lets the creator know that if you can't keep your viewers in our app, you don't have a place on this stage. That's what this graph means really. The platforms that once relied on creators' creativity have now put all the pressure and the responsibility on anyone that uploads anything, and we can feel it. You can't get views, look at the graph, you can see exactly where you need to work harder to keep people in the app. If you're not getting enough likes, well, there's probably something wrong with you because our algorithm says no. When a human creator decides what they want to make, and you have a willing, opted-in audience being spoken to in a natural and organic way, that viewer can stay opted in or simply opt out of the whole experience. But when the platform decides what you watch, it's based on retention data. It's based on how this video affected another human brain before it got to yours. And at scale, this means content spreads and evolves almost like a virus, figuring out the best way to affect humans. It's not about the message, it's not even about purpose. It's simply people that saw this didn't look away. Show it to more humans. The way that video content is packaged up today is not designed to give the creator the comfort of a reliable audience. It removes community, it removes consistency, it encourages you to copy, to repeat, to kind of narrow your view, to niche down. It filters the human down into something that it thinks will keep other humans in the app. You see, there's a lot going on right now. You've got AI-generated images and video, AI-generated text and voice. When all of this converges with the software that keeps us glued to these apps, we will have this terrifying final form of short-form video. The creator probably won't even be human anymore, but the platform will know exactly what each person wants on an individual basis. I'm not sure if that's terrifying or exciting, and I don't even think it's that far away. But the problem is, each step we take away from each other as human beings means we need bigger and bigger numbers in order to feel it. Think about it, if I ran an in-person club in a venue and 100 people turned up every week, that's insane, 100 people. And then you have 1,000 Facebook friends, that's a huge amount of people. Then you have 50,000 Instagram followers. Then you have 1 million followers on TikTok. The numbers get so big that they don't even really represent humans anymore. I'm only hoping that in the next few years, content platforms encourage us back to creating for a consistent audience, to build community. This all sounds pretty post-apocalyptic. Maybe I've been watching too much television. I just want a place where I can follow people, and then I open the app and I see those people's content. Fill it with ads, I don't care. I just want to see the content from the people that I follow. And then maybe I'll go out and search for more people, but I'll be honest, if I'm happy, I'm happy. Hope you enjoyed that rant. If you did, let me know what you think in the comments or on Twitter or anywhere on the internet, and I will see you in the next video.